Hello, guys. Uh, Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time that you're watching this. Today, my team are going to talk about the present day, and we're going to give you interesting data about Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. I will get my partner Regina continue with this.
Okay, but what's President's Day? President's Day is a really important day to the USA. It celebrated in 22 of February in the birthday of George Washington, but it changed it to the third Friday of February because that's how the law say. And they celebrate it because they are really proud of who they are like a nation. They are proud too of the presidents that they had in the past and what they did. And they are really proud of the American, and that's why it's a really important day to them.
In the end, this bill came into force 1971 and says the celebration of Washington's birthday moved from February 22 to the third Monday in February. Also, in some states, they celebrate it as President's Day. George Washington, responsible for the military complex of the War of Independence and the main architects of the construction, from democratic basis of the new nation, who elected him first President of the United States of America.
Abraham Lincoln was an American politician and lawyer who served as 16th President of the United States of America from March 1861 until his murder on 15 April 1865. Abraham Lincoln was a clever man of severe and melancholic expression who served from depression for most of his life. It was a disease that provided him that with the necessary weapons to become one of the most emblematic figures of the American Secession War and later President of the United States. Now we will talk about his contribution introduced the measures that resulted an abolition of slavery draws his proclamation of the approval of 13 in my Constitution in 1865. Lincoln is considered the liberator of slaves because he defended human rights long before the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948, but I consider no alternative to armed resistance to slave states to defend freedom, justice, and the progress of the humanity. Lincoln is considered the savior of the homeland and protector and defender of what he called the people's government, and the people there were given life as honest beer of the great emancipator. And
Abraham Lincoln was an American politician and lawyer. He was the President of United States number 16, and his figure is recognized for having abolished slavery. He was born in Kentucky on February 12, 1809. Abraham Lincoln's presidency lasted about 4 years. It started from March 4, 1861, until he was shot and killed by a Confederate sympathizer on April 15, 1865.
1732, on the banks of the Poland River on Brighton Creek Estate in former Westmoreland County in the present-day Virginia. He belonged to a distinguished English family, originally from Northamptonshire, who had arrived in America in the mid-17th century and had managed to amass a considerable fortune.
What do Americans do on President's Day?
This day represents a great event in the American country. In the weeks or days leading up to this date, many schools host events and lessons for students about the Presidents of the United States, in particular about George Washington. This is day to pay tribute to these characters who have lived a great legacy. That is
why it is customary to carry out a wreath celebrate at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, um, as well as dinners organized by the Republican Party with the intention is of raising money. Let's funds during federal holidays, government offices, bank, and some private sector businesses are.
I hope you liked it and enjoyed this video. From me and from my team, thanks for your attention and good President Day.